Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with day 8 of July's awesome video awesomeness with Off the Board with Pineapple Papers. And just to fill you in, I know you've heard this from me before, it's mostly we do once a month uh, lifts where we bring to life a Pinterest pin that's inspired us in some way, and we've put it on our boards, and we join in with a group of friends of Crystal Barrett, who is otherwise known as Pineapple Papers, and we have a video hop, and we reference each other's videos in our own. This month, the month of July, Crystal goes crazy and does a video every day. And there are a few crazies among us who try to join her every day. I'm one of those. And there are others who join in every couple days, couple times a week, whenever they get a chance. So it's a fun time. And as most of you know who follow me, I've generally chosen pins in my layouts I got a copy folder on Pinterest, or board on Pinterest. Excuse me, I've seen a couple others do sketches or mood boards. So this time I've actually chosen a mood board, and I've paired it with a sketch from the Mercy Tiara summer inspiration, summer 2020 inspiration. This is one of the sketches that was posted. It's an 8.5 by 11 sketch, and I'm expanding it to 12 by 12. There's an extra point for doing it in a different size or orientation than originally intended. So it's a page maps sketch, and I think I've done this one before. It's relatively simple, but you can vary it and just do a lot with it. So it's versatile and I love it. So I'm going to do that again. The mood board is this one, and I picked this mood board because it's of its mix of pastel colors. There's an aqua that's kind of interpretable as a mint green. There's a pinky pink. It doesn't show up quite right here, but you can see in the mood board kind of a pinky pink and a coral pink. So you've got kind of both sides of the pink, the warm pink and the cool pink. There are grays kind of throughout, and that's there. There's the lighter and the darker mint green. And this yellow, to me, is kind of the unifying pop factor. And I don't know, I just fell in love with it. One of these days I'm going to be inspired by these dipped buttons or discs or whatever it is that they are. And I may try doing something like that to some of my buttons that are not as interesting as I'd like them to be. So, but anyway, today we're going to do this. So when I think pastel colors, I think of Paige Evans' Pink Paisley collection, Take Me Away. You can see from the cover here that it's got it's got the kind of corally colors, the pinky pink, the yellow, the darker and the lighter greens. And this particular paper, which I don't have much of, kind of provided, if you look at it, it's like it's the embodiment of that color scheme. You know, it's kind of all right in there. So I knew I was going to use this, but I didn't have enough of it to make it my main focus. And so what I've chosen for a background is this, which is kind of an ombre of the minty green through the pinky pink with a little bit of gray up here, some kind of more olive green down here as it blends in and goes to the coral down in this corner. So you've got your cool up here and your warm down here. So there is, to go along with the sketch, I've gotten another piece of paper that has basically all the colors in it. And then I'm going to do this. Let's see, where's my other bit of it? I'll do that like that. So I may as well go ahead and take this down and get started putting this together. I really love this collection, and I didn't buy any of it until it was a few collections ago kind of status, and at that point it was on sale, I believe, at Tuesday morning. And so all I have is the paper pad. So any what I call hard embellishments or stickers are going to come from other collections, and it's all that paper pad and the other Paige Evans collections that I have in my stash. And I'm sorry, I've kind of stuffed that up. Those are all part of my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit this month. Last month was Vicki Boutin, and this month it's Paige Evans. Okay, let me get back up here. And I've got that. I'm eyeballing it, which isn't always reliable, so let me get this here. What I normally do, it doesn't bother me when the only thing I have of any collection is the paper pad, because usually there's a floral that I can fussy cut or any number of other patterns that I can fussy cut. And I will tell you that in this one, you've got kind of this color scheme that we're seeing in all three of these things. And then you've got a really, what I'm gonna call gray-based or maybe olive green-based. And that's what the florals are. The floral that I fussy cut from is here. And just between you and me, I'm not sure how it's going to mix with the rest, but because I trust Paige Evans' color sense and design sense, I'm gonna go with it anyway. So what I've decided to do, I'm gonna have a floral cluster here and a floral cluster down here. And my photos are two edits of the same photo of Ava sitting by herself with her phone by her side at the totally empty pool at the resort where we were last week. And I love the palm trees in the photo. These are kind of the beach towels that were on the chairs we were on. It's just a serene and beautiful kind of photo, and it represents, it has all of the colors in it. Let me show you that color story paper where you can kind of see it right here. Look how perfectly that works. And so I think it's going to be great with this right here. I have, from one of the sheets there, cut this this cut apart that says, "With brave wings she flies," and indeed that's that works perfectly for Ava. I liked this coral. This was also a cut apart sheet. It's kind of a receipt form, but I want it upside down, so I used my hole punch to cut some really ugly holes there so I could curl that up. I've put it on foam. I'm gonna layer it underneath these two square photos. Let me pull the sketch again and I'll show you what it's this thing where you kind of have an upside down tag. So I'm going to do that and I'll use that as a journaling block. Instead of stars, I'm going to use fussy cut flowers. Instead of this title, I'm going to superimpose this here across the photos and that Sunshine and Happiness, which is from Bloom Street, I believe, the most current collection from Paige Evans. And I've got these fussy cut flowers that I'm going to kind of sprinkle around. I'm going to put foam behind them and then string some twine. And I wasn't quite sure of the twine color I was going to use. This is not the right pink. This one isn't. The green is in there and the blue is, you know, kind of goes with the water, but I think the yellow is what I'm looking for, and I'm going to let yellow be my primary accent color. And I'm going to, this is twine that's made from paper, and I love the idea of paper recycling, but I will also tell you that this twine is not as workable as actual twine that's made from thread like this twine. So if I have too much trouble with that, I will go with this yellow and white twine here from Doodlebug. And of course I have to undo it from everywhere. But I really like the solid twine, and I'm kind of working it right now to see if I can get it to do what I want later. Okay, now I've got another thing I've done. This is the floral that I fussy cut from that one. I'm going to put it, I may move this down. I'm going to put it behind, okay, move that down. I'll put it behind that. Move this up to where it's even with that. Kind of layer this underneath. I really don't want to cover up too much of that. So I may put this down. Let me just get these things down, and then we can figure out where we're going to go with it later. Okay, I can curve that over like that. And I've actually got it layered a little under the foam. Okay, and I've got these hearts cut from a paper from Bloom Street, and I kind of like them as maybe part of that cluster. So I'm gonna do that. I may do another one over here. Let me get this where I want it. I love those little bows so much. Okay, that works. And maybe that as far out as that goes. Let's do that. And I'll kind of hook this heart up over the photo frame there. Okay, and now I'm going to see how far, oh, that works just fine. Okay, I'll just have it right there, maybe a little to the left of center. Okay, this goes across the photo and becomes the title. I did have a, I have an alpha that I could use. I had the right, well, actually, I may still use it and do something across here. I have this, since these are that coral color, I thought I might bring that in a different, a little bit different way with this word fun kind of done in that coral. And I have all three letters. And if I put it here, it blends in perfectly so that this still becomes the title. This is still the title. Okay, those are chipboard, so I'm going to have to go back and re-glue them. Now, I'm going to do this floral cluster will replace this little cluster of stars down here. I'm going to put it as far down there as I can. I'll do tape for the middle parts, and then just for these areas to keep them from coming up, I'll put a little bit of wet glue. Okay, and that works out. This kind of overlaps this layer right here, and it's working out fine. Now, I love these flowers, but they're leafless. I didn't fussy cut any leaves. So I used a heart punch on some more of the cutouts from this sheet that has the tickets, or the labels, I guess they're tickets. Anyway, I can't find it in there. Can't put my hands on it right now. So I just kind of punched out these things, and I'm going to use my white pen to kind of add some leaf detail. It's not going to show up much because it's white on a very light green, but the shape will make it look enough like a leaf, and you'll see the lines of the ledger paper or the receipt cutouts on there. And I think I had 5, maybe not. I may have to punch another one. Okay, nothing particularly, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I only have 4 flowers, and so only 4 leaves. So I actually did that right. So now I'm going to tape the leaf behind the flower and then put a small bit of foam back there. To prop it up. And I'm just going to kind of sprinkle these in places where they might evoke, you know, where I can put twine behind them, and do this with that one. Prop that up. I maybe could have done a couple of these ahead of time. I'm going to do this one down here. I'll put one here. Yeah, that's good. And then I've got a small one. Okay. This is fun. I love getting creative with trying to make my own embellishments. I don't pre-make very many because I never know what when the mood will strike me, or what I'm going to like at the time, at the moment. Okay, there. And here. And we'll go here. And I'm going to put this one maybe over here. We'll put this leaf cluster going down in a way. I don't want it exactly the same orientation as that one or that one or that one. Okay, so now I'm going to use try the yellow twine, maybe starting right there, and then I'm going to twirl it like that and kind of go here. Okay. And it comes up, which it will tend to do, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of anchor it with a bit of glue. And I'll get my ever-present popsicle stick. And see, it has a mind of its own. It goes off where it wants to go. And I'm going to kind of try to coax that one into a curve. Okay, not cooperating. And so what I'll do is I'll do it, I'll dry fit it, and then I'll go back and fight with the glue off camera, and you'll see the finished product. But anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to kind of curve it so that there's actually some of the twine winding around, really kind of trying to emphasize that yellow. And that's more twine than I will need. I'm going to do this, since there's a flower here, I'm going to paste this Memories. This brings in the gray color. And now you're probably wondering what I'm going to do about this customer copy that's upside down. I found this little sticker on a Horizon sticker sheet that says Happy Day, and it introduces a blue that we don't have anywhere else, and I might have debated with myself a bit about whether I wanted to do that, and I decided it was okay in the end. it's going to, because it's going to look like it's in the middle of this green, and it's got the little pinky kind of coral flowers there. And I like it, and that's that's good enough for me, right? There's also this little on vacation, and this little trip was kind of the closest thing to a vacation that we're gonna have, apparently. And we were extremely careful, especially with Ava and us old folks. But she got out and ran and it really enjoyed the time by the pool. And this has the purpley color, and I kind of thought maybe I'll do it kind of, well, don't like that. I'm going to have it overlapping the coral here and lined up with the edge of that. Not that that's any particular requirement or principle, but I think I'm done. I have some Nuvo drops, and I'm planning, they're yellow. I'm planning to maybe add some in the floral clusters just to bring in, to tie in the yellow. Maybe some in the middle of each of these flowers, and something here, and maybe in the middle of some of those flowers, and maybe some clusters of dots. Not quite sure yet, but I'm thrilled that this yellow ribbon shows, and this coral ribbon shows, and there's another coral one here. I've pretty much covered up all the bows, but and that wasn't necessarily intentional. So thank you for watching. Hopefully this was a quick one. I never know how long I'm going, because I just get lost in what I'm doing and keep doing it. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.